How's it going, guys? My name's Drake, and welcome to day 9 of the 12 Days of Christmas, where we're writing our very own Christmas song. If you haven't seen the previous videos, make sure to check the link in the description below. So today, we're writing our bass line for our song. The reason we're doing a bass line is because when I was listening to it through, it felt like it was lacking a little bit of kick in the low end. So what I wanted to do was make something simple that wasn't really going to stand out a whole lot, but it was going to accompany the rest of our song really nicely. So as you can see, I have the chords muted from our last video where we transposed it down to G major instead of C major, and they're muted right here in the top for a reference for our bass. So the bass line, as you can see, I didn't make it overly complicated. Like I said, this is going to be just an accompaniment to our main theme that we've already created. So as you can see, I've got this D starting us off here because D major is our first chord being played, so it's the root note being played in the bass. And instead of just playing this root over and over again, which is what a lot of producers do, they just play the same root note multiple times through, I actually jumped down here to this C sharp or this D flat and use it as a non-diatonic passing tone. So this actually creates a little bit of interest and comes off of the repeated note to like catch your listener's ear just a little bit, but subtly enough not to overpower the rest of the song. So then we do the same thing, we repeat this theme, except here on the C we actually jump up instead of down because we're keeping it consistent by hitting that C sharp instead of going down low to a B, which is actually in our scale. So as you can see, we repeat this 3 times and recreate that motif. And a motif is just a short musical idea that we repeat throughout the song to get in your listener's head. But we actually change it up right here at the end and just play the full measure with the root note on this G, and then we drop down to an E. This is to create a little bit of contrast from our regular motif and keep things a little bit more interesting. One important thing to keep in mind when you're writing bass lines is that they work very closely with your drums. Bass and drums work really well together, and when you write them together they actually kick a lot harder and they just sound a lot more together throughout the song. So since we added this little note right here, that is something we didn't have in the drums before. So what we did was we actually created a little bit of a kick roll, and what this kick roll is going to do is it's going to make our chorus sound a lot more upbeat, as well as make that really stand out on the bass line. So that's pretty much all we have today. Bass lines are pretty simple when you're writing them as an accompaniment. If you learned anything today, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment down below. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 10 of the 12 Days of Christmas, where we're writing our very own Christmas song.